Mr. Atulji.
Good evening, sir.
So, what have you been up to? How's life?
Life is what to say. I've got a job anyhow now,
Mhm.
so
Okay,
a single life is going well. Sorry, am
great.
I looking to the camera properly because this is the very first time I'm doing this thing. So
No, no issue about that. You are doing pretty well. Don't be anxious about it. You are doing great. You are good to go. So, no, nothing to be worried about.
okay,
This is gonna be a heart-to-heart conversation. So, I haven't prepared anything. We
okay,
will be simply doing conversation on random topics. So, if
okay,
you can ask me any questions, or I'll ask you some questions. Okay.
okay, okay.
So first, enlighten me about yourself.
My name is Atul VS. I live in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
I currently work as a computer assistant in Kerala University campus, Karyavattam campus, which is pretty much close to the cricket stadium, Greenfield Cricket Stadium, where international matches are conducted.
Mhm.
So it has been 1 year since I've been working there. So it's a good campus, and if I were a student, then I would have enjoyed it like that. But being one among the non-teaching staffs, it's not that kind of an enjoyable. Because in an educational institution, either you should be a student or you should be a teacher. Non-teaching staff, then you're in the middle. You're not going to enjoy that much the campus. But yes, it is going well.
Okay. Yeah, great. It's a good thing. And if I'm not mistaken, like when it comes to Kerala, it has the highest level of literacy rate.
Yes, we people are more educated and yeah, more.
And like most of the people communicate in English or
No, 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 nothing like that. Even I've done my PG. I actually feel ashamed to say that I haven't developed a good communication skill yet because I deviated from my subject and I just after started doing BSc and I did BEd also and I qualified net set state eligibility test but not net. So after that, I deviated to PSC, and then it really put me in a loop that I was not cracking any exam, and still I was not able to, give it up. And then, and in the end, after 6 7 years, I was able to get a job. And now I'm 34 years old, but still going good.
yeah, it's better late than never. It's a good
Yeah.
thing you have accomplished so many things. So I don't think it is any kind of shortcomings. You have done a great job. And I was under the impression that most of the people in Kerala have good command over English language.
No, no, not like that. No, the common people communicate in Malayalam only. It doesn't mean so. But people are more, kind of educated people. So when it comes to, kind of this mob violence and all kind of things, which Kerala is a bit more kind of people are a bit more, educated and more understanding. What I always felt. It's not that they are good in English
Okay.
mostly in a kind of more a wisdom level people are bit more in on a higher level, that's it.
Okay, got it, got it. All right. And what are the things that you like to do in your spare time?
Spare time, actually, I like listening to music. That's the most interesting thing what I feel, because I love listening to ragas and listening to music in that perspective, because when you go deep into ragas and then listen to music according to that way, then it's a different level of aesthetics which is opened up
Okay.
to you. So I like exploring more into music and all. But I got a chance to learn some, but after indulging in this kind of PSC and job-oriented things, then it actually couldn't I couldn't explore more in it. But I
Hmm,
love listening to music. That's the
great.
most.
And how do you try to, make your English relevant with today's world? What kind of techniques do you apply to make it elevate?
Techniques, right now I'm in my job, English communication is not that demanding. Actually, I'm a computer student. That is like, drafting is what I does. And actually, we have a format and we follow that, if there is a correction, then it will be corrected by, our verifying, section officer. And now people mostly do is ask ChatGPT for correction and all. But I personally believe ChatGPT keeps growing, but we wouldn't, gather any knowledge, and we will go down only because you are letting an AI to create content for you, and you are not, improving. So that will keep your brain stagnant. That's what I have always felt. So now I am trying to keep aloof from, letting any other tools to create content for me, and I'm kind of working on my English speaking skills, and I'm really trying. That's why I started watching podcasts. I tried to watch movies, but I can't understand the, when this an American slang or British slang. I'm not that without subtitles. I'm not able to understand properly. So, but podcasts by Indian, people, then okay, I can understand their slang, so it is more easy to digest.
Mhm. Makes
So
sense. And in the light of what you are saying, like in the context of AI, do you think uh, it's gonna be a huge factor in mitigating the creativity of the people?
I think it will negatively affect the creativity of people. That's what I felt, because you are letting somebody, you are letting an external kind of a power to create content for you, and you are asking, you are validating, completely relying on that. You are asking whether I am right or how should I write this, and it will say that okay, this is what you have to do. Then you stop thinking, you stop being creative, and the machine will kind of overtake you, and you will be nothing. You will be left. So when you control the machine, until the time you control the machine and kind of you train the machine and all those things would work, but without the machine you are nothing. That will be the, I think, in a literature perspective or language perspective, I think maybe a technical or scientific perspective would be different for scientists, or for other technical kind of IT field, it will be different. But for an art field or humanities field, I think you should have your own kind of artistic kind of stuff inside you, rather than using the help of any other tools, external tools. That's what I believe. Maybe I'm a 90s kid, so maybe it comes from
Little bit
uh,
also, I
digesting the
guess.
changes so easily. uh,
Hmm.
may not be able to do that. Maybe.
Definitely. Even on some cases, I can resonate with you. Like when it comes to making my own material for teaching spoken English, I don't tend to make it on my laptop. Rather, I curate my own books like this. I jot it down with my pen, and I make sure that this thing I try to memorize it, and then I try to impart the knowledge to my students. So
Okay.
I don't do anything on my laptop. I simply take the aid of my laptop by collecting information, and whatsoever is important, I write it down in my book.
Okay, okay.
And
But,
that
and I also try to write some kind of literary stuff, kind of poems, or like mostly in my language only. But I'll try it in English also. But whenever I do it, I don't seek help of WhatsApp or ChatGPT, because I don't like be it a human or be it a machine. I don't like interfering into my artistic skills, because I want to write it of my own. And whenever I send it to somebody, I'll just give it in a bracket, right? No AI used, because we have to say that in today's world. Otherwise,
true.
people would think, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Great, great. And
Is it any I am speaking too much, I think, because I'm so super excited, because this is the first time. I don't know, what should be the kind of a manners, and what should be, your body language when you come to these kind of things.
you are doing tremendous if it makes you feel any better. You have good command over English, and there's nothing to be worried about when it comes to your language skills. I guess you are good to go. And there is always a room for improvement, even on like when it comes to spoken English. I've been teaching this subject for the past 7 years, but I'm still in the learning part. I always feel like there is a lot to learn. So in my spare time, I try to watch content, I try to watch movies, tend to absorb a lot of things from the books, self-help books. So this is how I try to elevate my skills.
Okay.
And furthermore, like doing this kind of thing, like conversation with people, that's the biggest part, which aids me in my communication skills.
Okay. Actually, I'm a very slow reader and a slow learner also. So I haven't read much books. Because when I one thing that I feel sleepy whenever I take a book, and the other thing is that I'm a person with slight OCD and also to turn on one page and go to the next page is very tough for me because I have to go through the nook and corner and again I'm not satisfied. Again I'll come back. Then when you slow down, then your interest goes down.
Okay.
So that's why I was not able to read a lot
You
of
like,
books.
what kind of genre is your favorite?
Favorite means I like reading, kind of simple, understandable. That's what whatever be the genre, the language should be digestible because anyway I'm not able to turn one page and go to the other. So if it is more tougher, then I wouldn't be, especially the Middle English or the 17th or 18th century would be more tougher.
Hmm.
So yes, but for literature, you must read these kind of books.
Yep.
But there, I think there was, I think, as a PG student, there was that was the area which that was a big flaw. There I should have found some techniques to read much.
Hmm.
Otherwise, then I would have excelled in my area and I would have become something else, maybe into teaching field or something like that.
I was pursuing my master's degree. At that time, I used to read a lot of, typical English books of Jane Austen and
Okay.
Virginia Woolf.
Yeah.
In that, the writing part was completely different. The language was different. It was kind of like Old English, but it was very soothing when I used to read and when I used to hear my own voice while reading. The words were different. It had some kind of different vibes.
Yes. Mhm.
Those things are there. But
Yeah.
nowadays, like, English is also changing on regular basis. Some things are getting, outdated, while some things are adding to the dictionary. So
Yes.
it keeps on changing on regular basis.
I'm sorry I didn't ask anything about you. If you could just please, for yeah, it's like a formality, but still, I know something about you from your videos that you are a yoga teacher and you teach English. Are you working in any institution or?
Yeah, I work as an English trainer in IT company. I train all the employees how to communicate effectively with foreign clients. And
Okay.
furthermore, I provide my own, like I'm self-employed, so I provide online coaching to people from different parts of India.
Oh,
And yoga also I teach offline in the morning. So I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I take my class at 5:30 to 6:45. And from 7 in the morning till 11 o'clock, I take online English classes. Then from 2:30 to 8 o'clock, I teach English offline. Then
mhm.
again from 9 o'clock to 10:30, I teach English online.
Oh, this is so managing this much, scheduling this much is very will be, how do
It's
you
kind
manage all these things?
Yeah, hectic thing, but at the same time, I feel like I'm doing what I tend to love because these are the two things, yoga and English. These two are the big part of my life. So sometimes I don't feel like working, and
Hmm.
sometimes I get a little bit worn out at the end of the day. But
Uh,
on weekends, I don't tend to take any classes. During that time, I try to do something creative by making podcasts like this, by fulfilling, my desires of watching movie. I'm a huge movie buff, so I tend to watch a lot of movies, English movies. So I try to hit two birds with one stone. I watch English movies and I try to learn English by it. So
hmm.
that's how my life has been going on.
And one thing very interesting is that you don't have a boss, right?
Yeah.
That is what makes. Otherwise, you would have, this much scheduling. When somebody else do, scheduling for you, then that will be entirely different. Now you are your own boss, so that is a big factor, I think.
Do have a boss in my IT company. He's my boss, but he's so, yeah. He does not feel like it does not make me feel like his boss. Like he's so natural and he's so calm. and cool as a cucumber that it does not feel like I'm working under pressure him. So he
Okay.
has given me all the tasks that these are the employees and you have to train them as per your convenience. I just want the results, and he is getting the results.
Oh, you're so fortunate to have such a boss. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really like I never thought that this kind of person exists. Like a person, he's very affluent. He rides a BMW car, but
Oh.
still he's really down to earth, and it's really exceptional. I guess one can never find a boss like him.
Mm. I think you are also, kind of, when I texted you, that confession I have to make. I forgot. I thought I had to make it in the beginning itself. Actually, a few days ago, I was going through these podcasts, and I thought that okay, I'll send some email to some of them. Then that Rajni Verma, I found I mailed her also. But I felt that those people have a lot of subscribers now. They've already started quite long ago, so they are not going to respond easily. But when I went through your channel, like uh, stumbled upon, that's the word you frequently use. So when I stumbled upon your channel, I found that okay, your subscribers are not that much as you deserve, because your quality level, your videos are very superb, and I think your channel is picking up. So I
Yeah,
thought right now, if I drop you a message or mail, then I'll get a chance. And maybe after a few months, then you will also be, like having a lot of subscribers, and I wouldn't be able to. So I actually, dropped you a message, but then I thought, no, 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 it's not a time for me. No, no, no. It's no. I felt more anxious. Then I deleted the message. Then your message came. Then then I was so afraid, and I suddenly told, no, no, it was wrong number. Actually, that was a lie. But I didn't have the courage to. That's why. But then you told me that I am an English teacher. If you want any help, you ask me. Then I thought, okay, this man is wonderful. Okay, then I have to, go with it. Then that's what. And I'm really sorry for lying to you, because I was so anxious.
it happens to most of us, like the best of us. Even when I started my journey like this, I was even after studying entirely in English medium school, I was this much timid about my English because I was not fluent at that time and I was always anxious. I used to look up to the people who used to speak in fluent English. I felt like they are like aliens. They belong to different world. I had this reverence for them. But now I'm very calm and I feel like I'm satisfied with the level that I've achieved. But I am always trying to make it better. And even if I get a lot of subscribers, you will be always there. I will never forget you. Whenever you wish to, you can always take a part in my podcast.
Thank you
And
so
in context of
much.
Rajni also, she's a good friend of mine. So I'll recommend your your profile to her, and both of you can have a conversation.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I didn't expect this. Do you
Yeah.
think I'm eligible enough to like kind of
So,
because
for that,
I don't know what you are feeling in my the
look,
way I speak.
be it Rajni, be it me, or be it any other one, the purpose of making this podcast is that the normal people can get the chance to watch this kind of conversation and they can also learn English from it. So, whether you, as of now, I guess you are on intermediate level. So, it's very good to go. Like, there is nothing wrong with it. So, the people who are in the beginner level, they would be able to take something out of it.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I am helping one of my friend also, but he's in a beginner level. But then I got more anxious that if I am helping somebody, then I should be flawless.
No,
Uh,
it's not like it should be, but you cannot be flawless. Even I'm not flawless. Even Rajni is not flawless. No one is flawless.
okay.
So yeah, perfection is the enemy. You know, always go with progress rather than perfection.
Yes. Actually, I haven't got much exposure, to speak. Right now, one of my PG classmates, my friend, a close friend, is helping me with communication. He's very good in English, so he's helping me. He okay, or told me, okay, you can call me any day and we can have conversation. So I'm able to open. Maybe that's the reason why I've gained some confidence to confront people like
And I'm
you.
sure after this conversation, your confidence would be really top notch. It's going to be boosted. And this is the first time, and you are doing a great job being a part of this like this for the first time. And you are having a conversation, you are not fumbling, you are not running out of words. So these are the good signs that you have good command over this language, and keep on doing it. After a while you will see a tremendous amount of confidence, as well as your communication skill is already good, but it's going to elevate to a different level.
Yes, yes. And tell me something about your family and or your.
When
Are
it
you
comes to,
married or?
no, I'm not married yet. There are three members in my family, my parents and I look after them and they look after me. So it has been, yeah, I don't have to like my when it comes to my journey, my mother has been always a big part of my life. She has always been my pillar. And my father also, like, he always used to tell me that study as much as possible, don't worry about earning. Once you complete your studies and everything, like, money will come to you. So
Yes.
even today, he tells me that if you still want to pursue anything, don't worry about money. Try to study as much as possible. So I'm really grateful to my parents. Because of them, I'm at this stage. And my mother and my father has always supported me in every phase of my life.
Yes, yes.
So I'm really grateful for them.
Yeah, my parents also, supported me for, they let me study as much as I wanted, but I couldn't get up to the mark as they expected. That's the, I ended up in a job which has nothing to do with, the qualification required for this is only, plus two. So that's, anyway, it's a government job, you can say, but still, why did you always, it comes to my mind that then why, why did I spent this much years learning, doing PG, doing B.Ed and all. So always,
But now things have changed, and I would like to ask you a question. If given upon the opportunity, would you like to be an English teacher? Would you like to teach English?
I think when I feel confident and and become that proficient, automatically that when that confidence will push you to do something on it. But until I attain that confidence, I think it is very tough to go with such decisions because you should be the confidence should come from inside you.
So,
So
like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think? How much do you think your English is?
1 to 10, if I give.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Right now, I think it's 5. That's what
Okay,
I.
I guess you are somewhere underestimating yourself. It's not that bad. Because the way you are speaking without, like I said earlier, you are not fumbling, you are giving continuous answer, and even I like your way of cognitive skills. I guess it is aligned with English language. You don't have to think that much. Like, I'm not sure whether you are doing the translation or you're directly giving the answers, but it's good.
No, no, I'm not doing translation because I'm not getting that time because since I'm trying to be fast, then there's no time for translation. But I don't know. As I'm a bit excited. Sometimes I speak, sometimes I get fumbled. You know.
Okay. I guess when it comes to conversations like this, you are good to go. But if you had to speak on any particular topic for a while, that
Mhm.
might be a challenging situation for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it. You need to
Okay.
have data, and you need to even if it is personal. When I'm narrating something, also at that time, also that kind of emotion comes in between, and then I fumble for finding the exact word to convey this emotion. So and also when I'm speaking on some random topic, we need data also, right? So we'll also yeah, that's the right, right thing you said.
And what are the topics that fascinates you?
Fascinates means no, I like discussing about art, about music. That's what kind of when somebody discusses about new trends in music or about as I told you about ragas or this is this and or this song belongs to this. Okay, I like analyzing this and discussing more on this. I love to communicate people with people who are much into analyzing music and all. That is perceiving music in a kind of that kind of a analyzing way and those kind of topics, lighter topics. I know politics and all. I am not much interested in
And I'm
discussing.
not politics. However, the thing is, I'm also music is not my cup of tea. So I'm wondering, like, what would be the topic on which we both of us can have a conversation? I'm
Uh,
into movies. I'm a huge movie buff. Like I tend to watch a lot of movies on my weekends. That's what I'm eagerly waiting for weekends. When there is Saturday and Sunday, I'm always have a watch list. That these are the movies that I need to watch, and without that, I cannot feel like at ease. I need to watch all the latest movies of English. I'm into books also. I'm into being a yoga trainer. I'm into fitness. I'm into food and hygiene, this kind of things. And yeah,
have you
these
watched
are
Malayalam? Oh, okay.
yeah. Go ahead.
Have you watched the Malayalam movies? Any?
No, apart from English movies, I don't tend to watch any other films.
Apart from English, not even your native language.
No, not that many in Hindi. Like Hindi is the language that we tend to watch, but not that many movies. Like
Oh,
only the
oh,
best ones.
okay, okay. But actually, when I try to watch, English, movies, the problem is that I, without subtitles, I'm not able to understand anything. And with subtitles also, I have to slowly read and pause and read and pause and read, and that is one problem. Even when I watched the Money Heist, I had to switch on to Hindi because Hindi I understand better, better than because I used to listen to I told you cricket commentaries and all. So mostly Hindi and English cricket commentaries I used to watch. Hindi I imbibed more than English. So Hindi I can understand without any other support I can understand. But English still I have to read the subtitles and very slowly I have to pause and read. So that makes somehow. But English movies are more visualistic also. So we can definitely enjoy that sort of movies. But when it comes to the genre of kind of film festival type movies,
Yeah.
you have to have a command over language if you have to really go deep into the movie.
Yeah, definitely. If you go with the movies of superstars like Leonardo DiCaprio or any other serious film actors, then those kind of movies for that you need high, vocabulary. You need to have good command over English language because those films are dramatic and they have more talkative kind of thing, while on the other hand, if you go with more movies of superstars like Tom Cruise or any other actors like Wayne Johnson, it has more to do with actions. So
Yeah.
speaking is less and action is more.
Mhm. And I haven't watched that much movies also, and very few movies of English I have watched till now. I
Okay.
mostly watch Malayalam movies and some Hindi also. Nowadays I don't watch. In my childhood days in Doordarshan, late night Hindi movies were there where I used to watch Govinda, Anil Kapoor and all. But some Tamil movies also, which are worth watching, I watch. I don't watch these kind of superstar movies like Vijay movies and all. I don't watch. Where if there is some stuff I watch, Malayalam movies is what I mostly watch.
Okay. Got it. Great, great. And like, how does a typical day look like for you?
Typical day means
Like,
like
what do you do for the whole day?
Whole day. Right now, I am having some physical kind of issues, so I'm doing some physiotherapy for my back pain. I wanted to go to gym, so when I went to gym for the first time, I felt unconscious, so, and I had this back pain also. So then the trainer told me that you have to find the perfect reason for your back pain, and then only we can suggest you proper workouts. So I had to go to hospital and take an X-ray, and then found some sort of muscles have got much congested, and slight bending is also there. So I am doing therapy, and so it takes 2-3 hours also daily. I have to do that. So time mm, goes for that.
And sorry for interruption, but is it due to your desk job?
Is it because
Is it due to your desk job? Your desk job.
desk job? No, no, no. It is there for no, much more
Okay.
years before, even before getting this job. So it is because of the muscle congestion and a slight bending. But the therapist says that it is curable by therapy and exercise. And once you join the gym, it will be okay. The bending will not progress. That's what they say. So
Mhm.
I'm hopefully
Makes
I'm
sense.
trying my best to go back to gym because I have to build a good kind of a not a kind of a muscle man, but a healthy body, to have a healthy body, to have a anyway. Now you have got a job, now you can pay, you can
Mhm.
do exercises, and age is also a factor, right? I'm 34 already, so now it's time to focus on your health also, because
Okay.
when you get into 40s, you must be healthy to.
You can always drop me a message if you need any kind of assistance with yoga. Because in that also, I try to cover all the aspects of body, be it hamstrings, be it back, be it shoulders, be it your core strength. So if you need any kind of assistance, just drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to help you with it.
Okay, okay, thank you,
Because
thank
when it comes to gym, I guess you have to lift weights and do all those stressful things. That's gonna put more pressure to your back. But when
you.
it comes to yoga, it's more about flexibility.
Mm, yeah,
So it would be, I guess, more useful for you rather than hitting the gym.
yeah, yeah. And my trainer also told me that regarding the weight, he will kind of customize that what kind of workout he'll consider the back pain and all. So yes, let me see how my therapy ends, then I can decide. Because my cholesterol level is a bit high, so these things uh,
Okay.
concerns.
Do you have the habit of consuming junk food?
No, not actually junk food. No.
Okay.
But maybe I
That's
am a person who gets stressed up very easily. Even without any big cause, I small things makes me tensed. So maybe because of that, I have slight, all these kind of issues. Maybe that is one reason, and maybe hereditary also. My mother is also having cholesterol almost hitting 300. So
okay. Okay.
maybe
Got
that's
it.
also a reason. So when this health issues comes also, at that time also I become more concerned, more anxious. That that's the nature of me. The
Yeah.
lack of confidence.
Yeah. It makes sense. All right. But if you ever need any kind of, like in yoga, we do this pranayam to calm our mind and all. So if you need any help in context of that also, you can always ping me, as you have
Oh,
my number and everything. So it's all right. I'll guide you how to do it.
oh,
It's gonna relax your mind. Pranayam is very good, even for your lungs also, and for overall body and your clarity of the mind also.
okay, okay. Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah. And whenever you stumble upon any kind of issues in the context of English, be it any vocabulary, like you shared the picture, like the your audio message with me, that was
Yeah, yeah.
really a good thing. It shows
Mhm,
that how much dedicated you are.
mhm.
And even the news reporter that you mentioned, I'm a huge fan of hers, Palki Sharma. I tend
Yeah.
to watch Beyond The World Is One. She's tremendous speaker, a great orator. and
Yes, yes.
I inspiration, and I tend to watch a lot of videos of hers. So she's doing tremendous job, and keep on watching her videos as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's why when this word came, but when I searched for it, like when I asked WhatsApp, then more words came. Then I was, I had to spend more time in, going deep into all those words, and I was confused whether I can use it in the same context or whether, how to differentiate the slight differences in these words. So how to, and that was more confusing that I couldn't move on with the, conversation, listening the interview conversation.
Makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes some words are there which can be useful when it comes to written part, where on the other hand, when it comes to spoken part, if you use those kind of words, even I had this conversation with my native speakers, like I told you, and they told me that there's no need of using this kind of words. Even we don't use it. So why the hell you are using it? Because it makes no sense to using them, you know. So there are words which you can use to elevate your skills, but it does not mean that every fancy word is gonna elevate your skill.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah. Got it. You need to be simple, that understandable.
Hmm.
That's the most important thing, rather than using fancy words, right?
Yeah. All right, Atulji, I guess let's call it a day for today. It was
Okay.
I really like this conversation. Thank you for being a part of this conversation, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And
Thank you
we
so
got
much. Thank you so much for this wonderful experience. I didn't expect. It was like a lottery. When you called me, I was like, oh, what should I do? I was like running here and there. Oh, how can I prepare? There was no preparation at all. Suddenly you called me, so I was super excited. And I think
I
I
was like,
made you wait for because
preparation,
downloading.
tremendous job without any preparation to speak for the first time in a recorded conversation. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It takes hell of a courage, it takes hell of a confidence, and you already possess it. So go with it, and you are good to go. And we will again do this podcast thing. Okay, so